There we go. Also reverb that. Yeah. Alright, reverb's gone. There we go. I don't sound like Robert Plant anymore. I just kind of look like him. Alright guys, thanks for coming up to Fork River Open Mic. That's right. Do this once in a while to help out the local comedy community. We gotta give them a good stage. Do their jokes, right? Might be some newcomers, huh? Any newcomers? Any first-timers sign up, huh? Did you sign up? No? Did you sign up? Oh, you look terrified. Like, please don't sign me up. Please. Guys, my name is Brandon McIntosh tonight. Well, every night. And I'll be your host. It's going to be fun on this I love this stage. It's just plywood. This whole place looked like it was designed by meth heads. It was great. Look at these chandeliers. Meth head chandeliers for sure. You guys excited for what? We got a buttload of comedians coming up tonight. You guys excited? What's new? Am I still allowed to talk about Christmas? Is it too far gone, right? It's like a month away. It was like a month ago, right? I can still talk about things after Christmas, right? Like, I have this idea. You know they have the mall Santa. I feel like they should bring them back after Christmas. Back to the mall, right? Just for all those parents that just don't get their kid what they want. Right? And it's just like, well, don't tell us, why don't you go tell Santa, right? Why don't you go ask him why you didn't get a dirt bike? Just be a line of angry children at the mall, right, on December 26th. Right? Just strap them up with a jock and shin pads, pay them double. I don't know, post-mall Santa, I think we can make that work. Yeah, we almost lost the mall Santa, eh? You guys remember that? COVID almost killed the mall Santa. Like literally, too, because Santa's in a demographic of who COVID kills, right? Fat old dudes with beards. But no, like, a bunch of these dudes lost their jobs, which is fair because they can spend time writing their dragon novels, right? But God, some of these guys, you remember what happened? You remember what they did when COVID happened and they brought in Santa? They put him in a glass box. That's right. You know who else they put in a glass box? Hannibal Lecter. What does Santa do, right? It's weird, it's like a zoo exhibit. I just remember seeing all these pictures of people holding their baby up to Santa, like on the other side of the glass. It's like if you put 50 cents in the machine, you can feed them with some rubber gloves through the machine. Guys, is this gonna be a normal thing throughout the show? You guys gonna be chatting? You're gonna be chatting? There's back tables if you want. Unless you want to get involved, you are sitting front row. It's normally people, that's a splash zone for comedians, right?
I didn't know anybody else could hear us.
You didn't know? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to embarrass you off the top. There you go. Sorry, sir. How was your Christmas, sir?
It was great.
It was fantastic.
A hat on your head.
You can see the hat on my head? Good. His vision is good.
Yeah.
He is not colorblind. You can be a pilot one day if you want.
No, I don't want to be a pilot.
Guys, do you believe in Santa?
No.
Not in today's world, it's crazy. I know, I stopped believing in Santa when I was a little kid. But I started believing again. Why not? Because I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist, right? You know, there's shape-shifting reptilians, Jeffrey Epstein's Bigfoot, all that stuff, right? So I started believing in Bigfoot again, right? Or Santa. You ever thought, like, you hear all these stories of people accidentally eating weed cookies, right? You think that Santa ever came across that, right? On his route? Just hit up some house, some stoner's house, ate their weed cookies. It'll fuck up his whole night, right? If you go back to the same house twice, but if someone else has been here, oh fuck. You call Mrs. Claus up, you're like, I'm freaking out, I think I'm dying. Just calm down, just go pet the reindeer, you'll be fine, you'll be fine. Right? If you having all these high thoughts like, they welcome me in with cookies, but they make me go down the chimney? Why don't they leave the door unlocked? What the fuck? How come these kids only send me letters when they want something? Right? What kind of lesson is that? Santa doesn't get letters in the summer. By the way, if you didn't know that. You guys aren't fucking believers, I get it. I feel like we have to update Santa, right? This image of Santa, we need a more modern Santa, right? We need, where do we get all our gifts now? We get our gifts from Amazon. Who's Santa? Jeff Bezos, right? Jeff Bezos is the new modern Santa. You can even have a mall Bezos, right? You can have a bald guy in a turtleneck, right? Sitting on a chair, right? Put your kid on his lap. It's like, show me on the tablet what you want, Billy, right? Do you have a Prime account? No? Get off my lap, right? Try something else. I love the holiday season. You get to see your relatives. I got to see my grandma. My grandma's 94 years old, man. She's old. I never know what to get her. My mom's just like, get her a calendar. So I always get her a calendar, right? But then I go to her place one time and it's just like 4 calendars in the same room. I'm like, this is insane, all right? I'm like, Mom, what can I get Grandma besides a calendar? She's like, how about a clock? I'm like, we have to stop reminding Grandma about time. She's 94 years old. God, get her the opposite of time. Get her magic mushrooms. Those are the opposite of clocks and calendars. But I don't think my grandma needs magic mushrooms because she has dementia. She has dementia with confidence, right? She's very confident. She'll be talking to me and she'll be like, Brandon's up north on a camping trip. I'm like, Grandma, I'm Brandon. She's like, no, you're Bob. I'm like, I'm Bob then. Like, we just have a kind of a go with it method now, me and the family. It's like, you are who you are. Yeah, you gotta check up on your grandparents, guys. You gotta check up on them. Not for reasons you used to think. You used to check up on your grandparents because they might be lonely. They might need help with meals. Now you gotta check up on them so that make sure they're not stowing away weapons, right? And ammunition. Make sure they're not plotting murders at Tim Hortons, right? Guys, it happens. You guys know what I'm referring to? It wasn't long ago. This crazy old man in Toronto shot up his whole condo board. You guys remember that? Crazy story. Wild story. Killed 5 members of his condo board. And I felt like it hit home with me because I live in a condo, right? I live in a condo. Is someone lighting me? I just see the lights flashing. I'm the host. I do the lighting, goddammit. That's better. Anyways, I live in a condo. I go to these condo meetings, and it is full of angry old European men, right? Scary, complaining about eavesdrops and not cutting the grass enough per week. It's crazy, but like they're the exact description of the guy that shut up this board. It's like, you don't blame them. If you ever deal with a condo board, they're the worst people. They're people that have been tricked years before by other people on the condo board to take their seat, because it's the only way you can get rid of it, is someone to take your seat. That or an angry old Italian man just takes home 5 out of once, right? They're never going to fill those seats, you know, by the way. I feel like at my next condo meeting, though, they're going to be a lot more open ears to the old men complaining, right? I feel like they're going to actually fix the eavesdrops this year. Yeah. I get it. We're not living in the States. We don't have mass shootings every other day. It's weird to talk about. It's crazy there. I saw a montage recently of all the mass shooters in the States the last few years, right, all together in one picture. And something jumped out to me right away about all these fucking assholes. Bad haircuts, right? Really, shitty, awful haircuts. Every one of them. 60% of these white dudes had like mushroom cuts. Ugh. You ever met a white adult male with a mushroom cut? Yeah, you cross the street to avoid that guy, right? Unless he's riding a short bus or he's an Asian guy, like, nah. Adults with mushroom cuts, stay away. Like, I feel like if that's the case, that's what you gotta look for now, finding that shooter. I feel like the hairdressers of America are on the front lines, right? Some 40-year-old guy comes in and asks for the bowl, you get the authorities on the line, right? Feel like we can fix this. Feel like we can make a reality TV show called Queer Eye for the Weird Guy, right? Fix this problem. Well, this has been fun so far, guys. We have a lot of comedians to bring up. 10 to be exact, I think. But there might be more showing up. This is what we do, guys. This is London Comedy. Guys, I'm going to bring up your first comedian. She's going to be a lot of fun. She was asking me if she can talk about anal and all kinds of crazy shit. I'm just like giving her thumbs up. So who knows what she's going to talk about, guys? Give it up for Carrie Ann Stevenson.
Hi. I'm Carrie Ann Stevenson. How are you guys tonight? Because I'm an OPP. Yeah, you know me because I'm an OPP. Yeah. Did you guys think that song was about the Ontario Provincial Police? 'Cause I did. Apparently, it's about other people's pussy. It's a dance party! No, it's not. It's a tree. And it's back. Girls, how are ya?
Fantastic.
What are you, like 19? Well, I'm gonna ask you this. Have you ever masturbated so long you get prune fingers? She's 19 and she's discovered it. That's wonderful. I can't even type the next day. I'm calling in sick with carpal tunnel syndrome. It's an issue. It's an issue. So, I'm single. It's my fault. So I'm on Tinder. Is anybody else on Tinder? Boys in the back? Mr. Rugby shirt with the cute hair that looks like Gilbert Blythe from Anne of Green Gables. Are you on Tinder? Okay, too bad. Because I would have swiped right, even though I'm 20 years older than you. Little tip for anybody on Tinder. Can you please stop posting group photos? I don't want to train. I don't want to OPP. Yeah, you know me. I don't. I want to know who you are. If you're the fat, bald friend, I want to know your friend. The pretty one with the arm around you that you're trying to convince girls that it's you, but it's not. Also, why are men constantly holding up fish in the photo? Can you explain this to me? Is this a hunting and gathering thing? Am I supposed to prepare for the apocalypse with you and your fishing abilities? Because there's grocery stores, you know? I don't need you to fish for me, bud, because you'll wreck my sink. And then there's gonna be an argument. So, there's a comedian in this community, I don't know if you know. His name is Jordan Minter. Anybody know Jordan Minter? Woo! He ran for mayor. It's a big deal. So, I wrote a little poem about him, if you don't mind. Can I share a little bit with you, my poetry, Mr. Red Bull? I got the nod of approval. Okay. Ode to Jordan Minter. You get locker stuff in the winter. You could help me with a splinter. Outside of Starbucks, you said hello to me on Valentine's Day after a bad date. Why did you fuck my sister? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Ode to Jordan Minter. I took a Plan B last week. Yeah? We don't need to reproduce. It just doesn't need to happen. So, I called my mom because I wasn't feeling good. Like, I don't know if you boys know, but when you take a murder pill, you know, it hurts. There's a little sadness happening. So I called my mom and I was like, Mom, I don't feel good. And she was like, don't worry, Carrie. That's just the baby dying. Kind of ruined my veal parmesan. I don't like children. There's basically no babies. So girls, I'm gonna bother you again. You know that tingling feeling you feel when you're falling in love? Have you ever experienced this? Oh, he turned out to be gay. That's sad. Well, my punchline is not that. That's just to let you know, that's your common sense leaving your body. Just to let you know, that feeling. You no longer have reasoning, and don't give them money. Just a tip from me. Just don't loan them $1,000 and make sure to get it back, because you're not getting it back. So I broke up with a guy about a year ago, obviously. And he had a cat, like we had a cat, but it was like his cat. Like he had it before the relationship, so basically, you know, it's still his cat. But when he moved out of my apartment, he was looking for another apartment and couch surfing and doing the thing. But he was letting me have the cat. So what I would do is write songs about it. Can I sing a little song about my ex-boyfriend's cat? Yeah? I text you in the middle of the night, even though you blocked my number, 'cause I'm crazy cat lady. I take pictures of your cat and I post it on Instagram just to make you mad, 'cause I'm crazy cat lady. I like the smell of your cat's breath when he yawns, 'cause I'm crazy cat lady. I'm gonna apply that for the Junos. What do you think? The Junos? I think maybe I could get a Weird Al Yankovic movie. No. Anyway. Thank you. Thank you. I hope she was laughing at me and not at something that somebody else said. I'll take it as mine. Girls, again, I'm just going to continue to bother you because you're such good sports. I'm sorry about the gay guy, but that's fun. Yesterday. First off, okay, we gotta unwrap this box. Did you meet online or was it like a coworker?
He's in the same program as me and we live in the same building.
Okay, and you just didn't get the vibes? You didn't know. And he was like hugging you and snuggling you and saying he was gay. Even mom knew. Even mom knew. I love it. Okay. Well, that's upsetting. There's plenty of fish in the sea, and there's an app for that now. So, okay. Well, here's my question. Have you girls ever been anal bleached? Okay. Little education for you anal bleacher people who are interested in the situation. It's an 8-week process, okay? And I love Taco Bell, okay? You can't eat spicy food when you're burning your butthole. Just saying. Thank you, I'm Carrie Ann Stevenson.
I just took a bite of my chicken. All right, don't worry about it. I don't want kids either. I'm a carrier. I don't want kids. I hate kids. But I wouldn't mind having an adult child find me later in life, okay? Avoid the whole childhood thing. But that means I have to ruin some poor woman's life. But I feel like with the future technology, I can just send my DNA away, and like 30 years later, some guy will show up at my house and be like, "Hello, Dad." We have like a case of beer with him. I'm like, "Come on in, son." Totally forgot I did this. All right. Did it for the organs. All right, guys, let's bring up, this is a goddamn legend, a goddamn staple of the London comedy community. Guys, give it up for Pat Tiffin. How am I supposed to follow that disaster? How's everybody doing tonight? Woo! Your first comic up tonight, it's great. I'm just saying what some people are thinking. Okay. I'm looking at some of you right now and I'm thinking to myself, some of you might not get sarcasm tonight. I'd like to let you know I'm okay with this. I have Asperger's, so neither do I. Some
Some of you are thinking, like, he doesn't get sarcasm yet, he's trying to do stand-up comedy. How is this supposed to work exactly? And I'm here to tell you, sure, I have problems getting sarcasm, but when it comes to having one-sided conversations and doing routines, I'm a natural. He's looking at me right now like, Asperger's, what's that? It sounds like a shitty sandwich. It's okay. Asperger's is a high-functioning form of autism. That's right. So you know what that means? If you don't laugh tonight, you're going to hell. Some of you are also probably thinking, you're autistic and a comedian? Dude, you rock. And to those people I say thank you. For those who are wondering, yes it is true, I do rock. Just mainly back and forth. What am I supposed to do? I'm autistic. It looks like I have to remove the stick from a couple people's asses, so I'm here to remind you, yes I am autistic, but it's okay to laugh. This isn't my make-a-wish. In fact, I can't tell right now. Normally when somebody Asperger's is having fun, you have no idea if they're fun or not, because we have such a limited range of emotions. I'll give you some examples. Here's happy. If you're wondering this is sad, guess what? This is mad. And I apologize to everybody in the room right now. Here's orgasmic. Some people will have a sense of humor tonight. That's great. How are you two doing the front row tonight? Is there having your own conversation? Can I join? It's good. That's the usual response. Comedian tricks 101, everybody. Yeah. Like, speaking of facial expressions, I never know how women are going to react to me. Is it disgust? Is it disdain? Or a tiny bit of jealousy? But does she find me creepy? Does my creepiness make her feel uncomfortable? Or is she jealous because my eyeshadow's natural? Some people with a smoky eye, minor fire damage. Okay. The louder I go, the more you give a shit. Great! Oh god, guys, what am I gonna do next? Here's something that not a lot of autistic people talk about. There's not a lot of opportunities for us acting-wise. You won't see us in a lot of movies because when you see somebody autistic on screen, you always have to play the autistic character. Like, you're never gonna see some autistic remake of Fight Club. That's a silent film. You know what the first rule of Autistic Fight Club is? Nobody talks ever. You're also never going to see any autistic buddy cop movies. You know why? Autistic people tend to see the world as both only as black and white. We need less cops like that. Also, no autistic remake of Spartacus. Because you know that famous scene where Spartacus is in front of the entire legion going, I am Spartacus. You know what happens if an autistic person comes after that? He's Spartacus. I'm autistic. And another guy's like, no, I'm autistic. And then a third autistic guy is something like a modern remake. It's like, guess what? Guess who's autistic? This guy right here. So who is vaccinated today? I'm guessing not this day. I have to say at first I was vaccine hesitant as well. Then I reminded myself, dude, you have Asperger's and there's no such thing as double autism. Let's be really fucking honest, guys. Here's what I love about anti-vaxxers. Anti-vaxxers are always saying things like, vaccines cause autism in children. Which makes me often wonder, how am I the worst case scenario? I could think of many other worst case scenarios. Trump, Hitler, the anti-vaxxers themselves. Here's something that I also love. Here's something that always makes me laugh. It's memes about people being the Wish.com version of another person. I can always find myself laughing at these, and then I look at myself in the mirror and I realize I'm one of their exclusives. Can you tell the rest of the class why that joke was funny, dude? Thanks a lot. I was a lost and lonely kid growing up. I remember being 10 years old and playing a one-man game of hide and seek just so I could find myself. Honestly, don't know how embarrassing it is to count to 10 and not to yell, "Ready or not, here I am!" If you weren't wondering where I was hiding, bathroom mirror every time. Right now, I'd like to help some of you after that first act. I have autism and I'm really good at problem solving, so tonight I'd like to ask you, what's your problem? Table full of women from earlier, are you okay? What's your problem? You have no problems? That's what everybody with drinking problems say. Pink Toque, what's your problem? You must have.
I don't have one. I have a full beer.
You live in London.
East London.
Ooh, move to St. Thomas. It's like the trendy version, the trendy part of East London.
East London.
Move to Ingersoll. You're fucked.
How do I get the trifecta? Let's go with
No trifecta if you moving to Chatham. But I'm guessing Red Bull grew up in Chatham. Or escaped a pop punk concentration camp. Okay, I've lived with this stage on fire for so long, thank God. Whew. It's been a while, guys. Thanks again. Good night.
For Pat Tiffin. You're allowed to laugh at Pat Tiffin. He said so, right? He says Asperger's, right? That's why we got all these balloons on stage to lure them up here, right? We love you, Pat. We love you. Alright, we're going to keep moving this thing along. Guys, we have another very funny comedian coming up. Another London local guy who's going to try some new stuff on you. It's going to kill. Guys, give it up for Adam Taylor, everybody. Alright, one more time for your host, Brandon, guys. Let them hear it. Alright, everyone having a good night so far? Well, I am not. I got yelled at today by a crackhead. And look, I get it. That's kind of normal for London these days, right? Like, I don't know if you guys have ever been outside. Terrified. Maybe it's just my anxiety. I feel like a scared child, dude. I'm at the point now when the street lights come on, I'm like, well, that's my cue. I gotta go. The street lights are like the bat signal for cowards, you know? It's like, it's the signal. It's time to run and hide. I don't know, dude. It's weird. I'm just saying, we went from the forest city to the fentanyl city real quick. You know? Which is weird, because London wasn't always this scary, right? I remember a couple of years ago, London used to feel like London. Now London feels like the wrong part of Toronto. Except it's worse. At least if you get killed in Toronto, there's a scenic view. Some guy stabs you and you're like, oh, Jesus! Oh, the CN Tower. That's beautiful. What happens if you get stabbed in London? You're like, oh, Jesus! Oh, this property is owned by Farby. They slap a Farby sign on your body, we're taking it all! No, like I said, this guy yelled at me today. It's not even that he yelled at me, it's what he yelled at me that fucked me up, right? I was walking downtown, this guy gets right in my face, he was like, hey, you wanna know what I always say? Pussy's pussy on a Tuesday. And then he walked away. I don't know what that means, but I can't stop thinking about it. Pussy's pussy on a Tuesday. What is that, the London anthem? I don't know if that was a threat or life advice. It sounds a little profound the more I think about it. No? I might make that my mantra. Next time I feel a panic attack coming, like, it's okay, Adam. Pussy's pussy on a Tuesday. Pussy's pussy on a Tuesday. Pussy's pussy on a Tuesday. I get a lot of panic attacks. Make some noise if you have anxiety. Somebody just like, woo! They have it. They definitely have it. That sounds like a happy noise, right? Woo! That's an anxious person screaming for help, trust me. You ever bump into someone you haven't seen in years? Like, oh, hey, how's things with you? They're like, oh, me? Woo! It's good, you know? Just keeping one foot in front of the other, you know? And look, I get it, dude. I'm hanging on by a thread right now. Not even a good thread, like a President's Choice thread, right? That's what's keeping this together. My anxiety is so bad right now, I get stage fright when I go to a drive-thru. I'm always worried I'm gonna bomb when I order. I have bombed when I order, it's not good. I'm at the point now, when I go to the drive-thru, I gotta rehearse my order. I need like 5 minutes of prep time, I gotta get into character. Just driving up to the speaker like, all right, Adam, you can do this. I want a medium coffee with 2 sugars. Medium coffee, 2 sugars. Medium coffee, 2 sugars. Shh. Welcome to Tim Hortons. How can we help you? Thanks. You too. Oh, fuck! Sir, never mind. I just bailed. Completely abandoned the order. But I can't leave the drive-thru. There's people behind me. There's people in front of me. I'm just stuck in a car of anxiety. Like, oh my god. Drive past that little window, making no eye contact. Like, I'm sorry. Doesn't end there either. If I'm leaving the drive-thru and I have to turn left onto like a busy road, no. That's like 2 more panic attacks. I'm like, okay, it's not clear here, this is my life now. You know what I hate about that too? If I'm turning onto a busy street, I'm not even worried about getting in an accident. I'm just worried the person behind me thinks I'm a coward. I'm trying to turn the whole time I'm looking in the mirror like, well, this guy knows you're a pussy. You had an opening 3 seconds ago. No, a real man would have took that opening. I don't know what it's about driving, dude. It just kills my anxiety every time. I don't mind the highway though. I was on the highway today, I was good. Like the faster I'm going in my car, the more relaxed I am. Which sounds weird, but like that's how anxiety works, right? Like I don't know about you guys, but personally speaking, I would much rather get in a high-speed crash and die than get in a fender bender and have a conversation. That's my fear. I bump into a car, some tall guys get out, like, so you want to do insurance? Or, don't worry about it, fellas, I'm just gonna kill myself. I was driving today, they were talking on the radio about bringing back the masks. How do you guys feel about that, wearing the mask again? Boo? Yeah, I like the mask, dude. I felt like a superhero, right? I've been home watching TV, Batman's on there, he's like, you have no idea what a burden it is to put this mask on night after night. I'm eating Cheetos, like, tell me about it. Like, that's why I was pro-mask, because I love Batman. Which is kind of ironic, because the guy who started COVID, also a